Nowadays, whenever you see a computer or a television screen in a shot, it's pretty safe to assume it's a digital composite. Some people want them so crisp and clean that they could not have possibly existed in the set. Now this is fine if you're an advertiser trying to sell a new phone, but for a realistic screen composite, we prefer to actually shoot the screens. In Southwestern Orange County versus the Flying Saucers, the media frenzy is depicted through news reports. We shot them on set, but here we wanted to replace a commercial with something different later on. We shot the replacement screen playing on a small interlaced television. When it's scaled down, it looks too flat and too clean though. We can fix the flatness by spherizing it. Let's also do some color adjustments to make it look like the signal isn't quite right. Now cut out a section of footage from something else playing on a TV where you could really see the lines. This is duplicated around to create a texture for overlaying. To add refreshing, we can take footage of another TV that we shot and blur it, putting it on overlay at about 50% opacity. A black solid can add a bit of a shadow from the edge, and a white solid on screen can add some reflection. The new screen needs to be motion tracked to the old one. There's also a little bit of corner pin animation, but you're better off doing the tracking using a planar tracker like Mocha. The old TV can be rotoscoped and used as an alpha for the new one. Under the new TV, a bluer desaturated layer of the original footage is constrained by the rotoed old screen. This helps the edges with some interactive lighting. Here's a close-up of a screen from our 80s sci-fi action film Omega 35. Because the text has such fine detail, it's really getting destroyed by the interlacing. We'd also shot this display on a computer monitor as another option, but we liked this one better with the interlacing. By placing a duplicate layer on top that is sped up to a stretch factor of 25 and putting it on 75% opacity, we're able to lessen the effects of the interlacing, but still keep the movement of it. Here is a screen that would be used in our sci-fi film Space Lasers, whenever that actually gets made. Elements of this battle display were created in Photoshop and After Effects, but rather than actually shooting it on a screen, we can use existing footage to accomplish the same look. When the layers are all assembled, use a mosaic filter on the really sharp elements. We have these two televisions that were shot a while ago. We start with a freeze frame and then put the footage playing over that at a low opacity. We need to straighten it out with a skew, and then we cut out sections to even out the luminance. For a finer texture, we can scale it down and clone it around. After it's desaturated, we place it on top of the display on the hard light blending mode. Take a look at some CRT news broadcasts in Southwestern Orange County versus the Flying Saucers. Or watch Omega 35 for some 80s display screens worthy of your new Betamax player. And even though Space Lasers doesn't exist as a movie yet, you can still watch the Space Lasers visual effects reel.